Hello everybody, welcome back. Okay, so I'm gonna keep this person's face covered and I'm using an old thumbnail from an old video. But this is a training that was provided to her downline and upline and all around the circle family tree line. And what is this video called? Tips for selling older inventory. Now, I'm going to play this at 1.5 speed instead of normal speed because I want to get through this quickly, okay? And in order to get through it quickly, I have to speed it up. And my eyes and yeah, it's a high pain day thanks to the heat outside. So here we go. So I'll pause it and comment, but here we go.
We will take questions. So we've all heard it. Inventory, jewelry, does not go out of style. Jewelry is something that has been around since the beginning of time, okay? And it is something that will continue to be around forever. The only thing that happens with jewelry is it evolves. New designs come out. When I started, we didn't have fringe and acrylic pieces. Now we do. So that's something that has evolved over the time that I have been a consultant.
Now, I don't know how old this video is, but the fringe and acrylic pieces, they were when I was a paparazzi consultant, and the fringe pieces were honestly not that fabulous. They were extremely cheap. It was like a piece of Notion cheap craft store fringe glued onto the back of this fakey metal stuff. They were not my favorite. And the earrings were just as terrible.
So jewelry never goes out of style. You can always sell jewelry, whether it's from 2020, 2018, 2015, 2013, it does not matter. You can always sell those pieces. So there are even pieces that we call timeless pieces. Does anybody know what a timeless piece is?
I'm guessing that she's going to say the blockbusters.
Think about that word timeless. So when you have a timeless piece of jewelry, it is something that is it's just classic. It's something that every woman needs to add to her own personal collection. Let's see, there's pearls, there's rhinestone studs. Hello, are just in timeless rhinestone studs. Those are classic timeless pieces. Chokers, dainty silver necklaces, hoops. Let's see.
I would rather have real diamonds or real fired topazes over a cheap pair of rhinestones. Just saying.
Classic style bracelets. There's actually a rose gold hinge cuff or hinge bangle on the website right now. That is a classic timeless piece. Those are things that, like I said, everyone needs in their collection. So I personally kind of tend to stock up on those items. But timeless or not, all jewelry sells, right? These fringe earrings right here, they're going to sell from here to kingdom come. I will be able to sell these earrings as long.
How many of us had those circle fringe wreaths? So it was like a hammered circle and then the fringe on the bottom. How many of us got those? They never sold. They just sat in our stores.
Because I have them in stock. This ring, everything sells. So it may not sell right as soon as you get it. You may get it in and you may be sitting on it for a few weeks, a few days, a few months, maybe even like me and sit on certain things for maybe a year or two, okay? But it is okay if you don't sell out because they always sell. Okay, so first what we're going to talk about,
Lies.
We don't call it old, right? We don't call it old. What do we call it? Drop it down in the comments. There will be times throughout this training where I may ask
We don't call it old, you guys. We call it vintage, damn it.
you guys to drop something in the comments, answer a question. This is going to be one of those times. So what do we call it? We don't call it old jewelry, do we, ladies? We don't call it old. What do we call it? Drop it down in the comments below. Let me see. Vintage, that is right. We call it vintage. We call it vintage. And I'm going to read something to you, and this is going to explain why we call it vintage and not old. The definition of old is this. Of old... Oh, I'm sorry, I'm reading the wrong one. The definition of old, belonging only to the past, former, or previous. The definition of old, belonging only to the past. I don't want that. Look, I don't want that old piece of jewelry. I don't want that. But listen, definition of vintage, of old, recognized, and enduring interest, importance, or quality.
Okay, so at least she comes prepared with definitions, and she's teaching you the difference between the two, but, yeah, okay, whatever.
Of the best and most characteristic. Which one sounds better to you? Which one sounds better? The definition of old, belonging only to the past, former, or previous, and the definition of vintage says of old, recognized, and enduring interest, importance, or quality. Of the best and most characteristic. Hello, we want those vintage pieces. We don't want to be called old, right? I don't want to be called old. I don't want my jewelry to be called old. So we say vintage. Vintage.
It's evident she doesn't want to be called old because when I look at her, she looks it. I look at the jewelry she has. She has the vintage pull bracelet with the guitar on it. And she has the Empire Empress ring. And the fact that I remember the names of these things still irritates me to this day. But she's wearing them.
Sounds so much better. So if you've been calling
She's not wearing a necklace, though.
jewelry old, that's one thing that we need to change right now, right this second, right this minute, today. Okay? Change that up. So we're going to go on and we're going to get into our tips for selling vintage pieces. I've got 8 tips for you guys. So if you want to write them down, feel free. Number 1. Mix it in with your new. Mix it in with your new, okay? That is a given. It is proven that people sometimes need to see something 5 to 8 times before they realize that they want it for themselves. I mean, come on. We're mostly women here. There's some gentlemen on here too, but women are indecisive creatures. I know because I'm a woman and I'm indecisive. You know what I'm talking about. We are indecisive creatures. We may see something and think, oh my gosh, I need that, I want it, but I'm not going to get it today. Maybe next time that I see it, I'll get it, right? Maybe next time I see it. And then you go see it a second time. I still don't know yet. Maybe next time I'll get it. We do that. You need to see something several times to be able to say, I want that for me. Right now, I'm getting it. And that's what happens with your jewelry, too. You may have a piece.
Okay, and I'm just going to spitball here for a second because this thought just came to my brain. When you get older, I guess like me, I don't know. My birthday's tomorrow. I'm feeling old. But when you find something that works for you fashion-wise, you usually tend to stick with it. Every once in a while, you'll branch out and try something new, but usually stick to your tried and true. And that's the same for all of us. So she's going to go into that probably a little bit later if I remember correctly, because I haven't watched this for like a week and a half. But when you get into what your personal style is, you don't vary from it very often. Okay?
I have a lot over here, but you may have a piece that you've had since the beginning of time, okay? Maybe your customers have only seen it a few times. Maybe it's that 7th time that they actually see it on your live that they decide that they want that piece. So never consider your older inventory like, oh, that's not going to sell. They've seen it 35,000 times. It's not going to sell. Yes, they will. Yes, they will. Because like I said, I have sold so many vintage pieces over the past few months because of this purpose. You know, not everybody is on my live 24/7 and can see every single piece of jewelry I show. So I may think, oh, this person's probably.
And why is it that she's focusing on selling her vintage jewelry? If I could show you what's going on behind her, you would see that she has quite an amass of debt behind her, inventory. So she's focusing on moving stuff out. Yeah, these tips may work.
Probably already seen that a million times, but in reality, maybe they were on my live and maybe their husband yelled out to them, hey babe, yeah, what do you need? Guess what? During that conversation she's having with her husband or her children or her friend, or maybe she had to go to the bathroom, maybe she wanted a drink of water, she missed whatever you were showing, right? So don't consider it a done deal like she doesn't want it, because let me tell you, she wants it. Okay, so alternate your vintage pieces with your new pieces. If you have 30 pieces of new inventory coming in, or just 30 is the number I'm going with, I guess. If you have 30 pieces of jewelry coming in your box today, 30 new pieces, maybe you should alternate those 30 pieces with some other stuff. So why don't you go into your inventory and pull at least 30 other pieces, I say at least, pull at least 30 other pieces more, preferably, and then show a newer piece, show a vintage piece, show a newer, show a vintage. Alternate that back and forth. Don't show all of your new right at the beginning of your live and then be like, well, I showed all my new stuff, so let me show you some of this old stuff. Because everybody's going to be like, what? What's she just saying? She going to show us some old stuff? Nobody wants to hear that. Remember, it's vintage. It's not old. So make sure you're alternating those pieces. Your customers don't know how long you've had a piece. They have no idea. I could show something and say, oh my gosh, this is so gorgeous. Like I have the same excitement over this piece of jewelry that I've had since it released in 2018, okay? Oh my gosh, this is absolutely gorgeous. This necklace, y'all, it's going to look so fantastic with yada, 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 yada. Have excitement.
Having excitement for something. Okay. Most of us know that when I was excited about a piece of jewelry, I hated and loathed that piece of jewelry. Oh my gosh, so cute. This is so gorgeous. You gotta have this. It's so great. It didn't come across genuine, and this little tip of advice, I can't tell you how many lives I've watched in the last 2 weeks as well, where people are faking the excitement. And you can tell they're not excited about it. I've seen a lot of tired lives. I've seen a lot of lives that just makes me sad. honestly. It just makes me really sad.
Over that older piece of jewelry, the same excitement that you have over the new releases and the new pieces of jewelry, okay? Let me make sure I covered that. I told you I have notes. I'm a note taker. I'm a note taker. So number one, mix it in with your new, okay? Number two, I've seen a few people comment this, and we're getting into that. Number two, this goes with the first tip. Show your items in sets. Show your items in sets. You do not have to do 4-piece sets every single time. I'm not saying for every single piece of jewelry that you have that you need to get, it needs to be in a set of a ring, a bracelet, a necklace, and an earring. That's not what I'm saying. Yes, you do want to show some 4-piece sets, but you can also show, what did I say? You can do 2- and 3-piece sets as well. Show a ring and an earring together to match. Show a bracelet and an earring. Show a ring and a necklace. Show a necklace and a bracelet. Mix and match your own sets, which leads me to this. Bracelets are amazing for upselling and setting it up, okay? Bracelets are amazing for that. Stack it up, ladies. Stack it up. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I have 5 different bracelets on this one arm. This one, let's just say it was something else. I got to say convention last year, but let's just say it was something else. So, you know, it can be any inspirational piece or whatever. Stack this up. I am now selling up to $25 worth in this one stack, as opposed to just one bracelet and having it a $5 set. I have taught my customers here to stack their urbans, okay? Let's see. I'm getting distracted by the comments. I knew I would. But who doesn't love arm candy? Go in your bracelets. You see I have an urban. I've got some stretchy from somewhere else that probably came with a chunky colored, like a bright color. I've got a wrap bracelet. I've got an urban. I've got inspiration. You know, this can be inspirational. Find the same tones. Okay? Find the same tones.
Yeah, stack your bracelets. So, I want to go, she's not showing, but
If you
she's
don't know how
got
to do it,
maybe
start
like
there. Stack them up. Then move on and mix some colors.
$30
together. Make
worth
it funky. Make
of
it fun.
product
Make
on
it
her
fresh.
wrist.
Make some colors together. Do 3 bracelets. Do 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are no boundaries to the arm candy stack, right? There are no boundaries. You can do 1 arm, 2 arm. I'm not wearing a necklace, but I'm wearing how much jewelry? You know, I'm wearing $35 worth of jewelry right now. So
Yeah.
Go crazy with it. Do mixed metals. Do the same metals. All of these are silver and black. Do the same metals. Mix and match. You know we have mixed metal necklaces that come out all the time, right? So make a stack that's going to complement that. Do stretchy. Do urbans. Do bling. Do mattes. Do it all. Do it all. There are literally no rules. Matter of fact,
Do it all.
what
Do
you
it
should
all.
do today, okay? We're gonna put it into motion. What you should do today, when we get off this live, I want you to go into your inventory, and I want you to make your own stack, and then I want you to post it. You can take a selfie. You can post just your arm candy. I want you to post it and sell the stack, okay? So make sure you have enough for you and your customers. That's what I want you guys to do today, because there are 0 rules with stacking bracelets. With your sets, thank you. With your sets, I want you to be versatile and appeal to everyone. I'm not always going to put together a blingy.
See, and I didn't do that. I didn't appeal to everyone because I didn't have to. You know, that was one of the nice things about my Shopify web store, is I didn't have to appeal to everybody. People found my store through word of mouth and just by shopping paparazzi jewelry. And people found that when they found my website, they didn't get bombarded with, join our mailing list, read this, do that, join my team. They were just able to go in and shop. And my Shopify store was well organized. It was organized by style, type, color. So if you were looking for a specific piece, you could go in and look for it by name. Or if you knew it was a copper necklace, you could sort by copper necklace, but I never carried copper. I didn't carry a lot of copper. The only time copper was in my store is if I got it as a hostess reward. But that made it easy for people to shop with me. People knew I had gunmetal and silver, and that's why they shopped with me.
Over the top sets. I'm not always going to put together a set that is all matching colors, like all purple. I'm not always going to put together only pearls. Let's say I have a pearl necklace, but not everybody wants a pearl earring, a pearl necklace, a pearl ring, and a pearl bracelet. You have to give it a little life. Give it a little something extra, something different, something unexpected. You want to make your sets appeal to various types of people. That is why we have 5 collections. That is why Paparazzi has 5 collections, right? We have our Simply Santa Fe, our Glimpses of Malibu, our Fiercely Fifth Avenue, our Sunset Sightings, and our Magnificent Musings. I was like, which one did I forget? Magnificent Musings. Why do we have 5? Because they appeal to all different people. One person may like 3 or 4 different collections, but they are appealing to a variety of people. So make sure you do that with your sets. If you don't know how to put sets together, get on the Fashion Fix waiting list. It will help you. That is how I learned.
Don't get on the Fashion Fix waiting list. In fact, don't join Fashion Fix at all. Because if you saw the last few Papa Crappy videos, June and July Fashion Fix is still available to the masses. You could go on and buy the sets yourself. You don't have to be a Fashion Fix enrollee to get it. And if your customers like it, you can direct them to the website where you can get it. Okay? But don't enroll in something that's just going to take $70 out of your wallet every month. It's just not worth it.
To do sets with Fashion Fix, because I was looking and reading the info cards that it comes with and learning about mixing and matching textures, colors, metal. You have to really jump in and learn about your craft. And jewelry, selling jewelry is your craft, right?
No, it's not.
So another thing, don't always include necklaces in your sets. Don't always include earrings in your sets. Unless you're going to show a 4-piece set and say, okay, well, you guys can pick what you want. But like for me, I have a customer that doesn't wear necklaces at all. She never wears necklaces, but she wears rings, earrings, and bracelets. So I may say, okay, well, I'm going to show this ring and this earring together, or this bracelet and this earring together, because that's going to appeal to those people who don't wear necklaces. Not everybody wears our rings, right? So don't always show a ring and an earring. Show an earring and a bracelet, or mix it up.
Mix it up.
This is obviously going to increase your sales as well.
No,
because
it's
if
not.
I only had this top bracelet on, this would only make me $5 in sales, right? As opposed to, boom, now I have $25 in sales. Now, not everybody may buy all pieces, but they may pick and choose what they want. So it's going to increase your sales by upselling. You may turn $5 into 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, anything.
Are you guys tired yet? Are you tired yet? Because I'm getting there.
I also want to let you guys know, which we already know this as consultants, but your back office, your website, is the perfect tool for this, because you can go into each category. We should all know how to do this. We can go into each category, click on the color. We can sort by color. We can sort by metal. We can sort by collection. We can sort by bracelets, earrings, rings, necklaces, whatever. If you know that you have, okay, I'm going to give you me, for example. From selling a lot of vintage pieces here lately, I've been like, okay, I need to get some more crackle stone in my life here. Maybe not necessarily necklaces, but I need red and pink and yellow. I need those 3 color crackle stones. I need more earrings, rings, bracelets in those colors, because I've sold out of them lately. So I have a little ongoing list. Make yourself an ongoing list so that you know what you need. When those new releases drop, or when you're browsing your back office, you can say, oh, pink crackle stone ring. I need that, because I...
No, you don't. You don't need that ring.
Literally just did that not too long ago. I was like, oh, yep, pink crackle stone ring. I need it. Let me get some of those, because I'm out of those. Know what you need. Use it to fuel your fire in your business to set up sets, okay? You can do this on the weekend. Go in and get your order during new releases. Go in and get your first order of new releases, if you're like me. Go in and get your first, second, maybe even third order of new releases, and then go back in and be like...
First, second, or third order of new releases. Yeah, we're not talking about inventory loading or fear of missing out at all, are we?
Like, okay, boom, I need that green bracelet, because that's going to pair right with this, yada, yada, yada. Do that. It will help you. I promise you. Because that necklace that you maybe weren't able to sell for the past 3 to 6 months, maybe it now has a matching...
What'd you say? Who, Ellie? The dog? Yeah. Daddy got up, oh my gosh. She is so codependent, you guys. She is like always on David, like white on rice. She's like, yep, she's out here. She's like, were you talking about me, Mommy? Daddy moved. Oh, she's so cute. Come here, Ellie. Come here. Come here. Come here. You can come to Mom. You want to come to Mommy? Oh, come here. Come here. Hello. I want to tell you a story. Can I tell you a story, Mommy? Oh, you're such a big girl. Yes, you are. All right, you can hang with Mommy while we watch this training, okay? Nope, Daddy's moving. Gotta go with Daddy.
Bracelet. And you're like, oh my gosh, that's perfect. Show it as a set, and then you sell out. It happens all the time. So use that back office website as a tool, okay? Think about sets and upselling daily. Again, that goes with your list. That's what I mean by that list. Make you a list. Know what you need and think about it daily. All right, next.
Here's the thing. You don't need any of this. This is not a need. You don't need paparazzi jewelry like you need quality air conditioning. You don't need paparazzi jewelry like you need clothes or laundry soap or dog food or groceries or gas for your car. Paparazzi jewelry is not a need, but these elites sell it to you like it is. You know, and this is one of the lies that they constantly told us. If you have paparazzi jewelry, that's money in the bank. Yeah. If you have an inventory, that's money in the bank. Is it? Because I had a shit ton of inventory and I had no money in the bank. So where are we going here? I don't know.
Next up, number 3. Number 3 is going to be your jewelry photos. Your jewelry photos. Now, paparazzi gives us clean, crisp, professional, beautiful photos of all of the inventory. All of the pieces that we can buy on the website, they have stock photos. They have a stock photo that is on a white background. They have a stock photo that is on the model, the necklace and the earrings, and then they also have just, the model with the earrings. However, sometimes, right, sometimes the stock photo doesn't do that piece justice. The perfect example is that LOP ring that just came.
Hey, Ellie.
Oh, Daddy! She was catcalling you. That was the dog.
Right? That LOP ring was insane. That thing was phenomenal. Am I right? The stock photo on that didn't do it justice. Not that it was a bad photo, it was a great photo. But the way that the stone, when the light hits it and that iridescent shift to it, those details you need to portray to your customer. So maybe that stock photo wasn't, it didn't really bring that piece to life. So when you get it, take your own photo of it.
Take your own photo of it. Okay, this is why my Instagram and my Facebook was plastered with pictures of paparazzi jewelry, and some of them still show up in my memories. Hi, old lady. Because remember when the iridescent oil slick stuff first came out, they told me to take a video of that ring on my finger and move it around to show people how it changes colors. Well, now everyone is doing oil slick shit, and it's like so oversaturated. But that was something that they told me to do. Take your own photos. Take your own reels. They tried to get me to invest in a light box to take my own photos of stuff, and I was like, no, I don't know. Just no. I didn't want to do that.
Take your own photo. Take the photo on your finger. Take it on a cute little. You can get those. What are they called? Oh my gosh, what are they called? Flat lays? Lay flats? Flat lays? Y'all know what I'm talking about. You can get like fabric, and you can get the the faux wood kind of papers. Have some good lighting. Lay it down and take your own photo. Not only will that give your customers a different look on it, but a little algorithm tip. It'll boost your algorithm.
David just said, you know why you're not succeeding in selling your vintage, aka old jewelry, is because you're not taking your own photos. You're not creating sets. You don't have fake excitement.
On how many people see that post too, as opposed to using a stock photo that everyone is using. Don't be afraid to take your own photos. Just make sure that it is a nice photo with the details, the lighting. If you don't have good lighting, go outside under a shade tree, under a shaded area, somewhere where the direct sun isn't just gonna like wash it out. Go outside in some shade and take a few pictures. Don't just take one, take a few and see like, ooh, this is the one. This is the one that does this piece justice, okay?
Oh yeah, take a few pictures and find the one that does the piece justice, and then put your Instagram filters on it and post it.
Not only that
is for you to do free advertising.
That's all it is. You guys are doing free advertising for the company. Free advertising for paparazzi all the time. That's what social media is doing, is advertising for the company.
#GoBoss and
$5 bling bosses.
#Hero Boss.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Sorry, I think I hit my light. For earrings, a lot of the times you may.
Oh, I think I'm gonna call it a break because I'm just done for today. So this is the end of this video. We'll return in a minute. All right, thanks for watching, you guys. Bye.